The first part I want to really get into is, as far as Best Agents goes, is getting the most from your membership. And it's important to Aaron and I and our whole team that if you make the investment in membership and becoming a Best Agents member, we want you to be able to use all of those tools and get terrific value from your membership. If you're not a Best Agents member and you're in the room today and you'd like to know more, we'd love to talk to you about it and to see if your postcode's available. If you don't want to become a member, that's totally cool with us. That's not what today is about. But what I will say to you is that if you're interested in real estate success, in making more contacts, getting more listings and making more sales, I think you'll take a lot away from what I'm about to get into as far as BA goes. So that's my mission today. When we decided to have this joint day together, we've got over 300 Best Agents members now throughout Australia and New Zealand. We have over 1,000 locked-on subscribers, and the numbers are growing really quickly. Luke's run off his feet with his support and his work. So we've got a lot of people that are looking for these ideas. What we find with combining Best Agents and Locked On is that we're bringing all of this together. So what we talked about yesterday as far as personal marketing goes is making the phone ring. Like I keep saying, somebody woke up in your area this morning, decided that they were going to sell. If they didn't call you, it can only be because there's no relationship. So we want there to be a relationship. We want you guys to engage your market more, and Best Agents is really about that. That's kind of your personal marketing. That's the visual side of it. So for years, people asked us and asked Aaron, okay, I've got these contacts. What software do I use? And we'd refer different things from time to time. Then it would come back to bite us in the bum because somebody would say, you know what, I tried that. It doesn't do this or it doesn't do that, or it's got problems or issues. And that was really the birth of Locked On, and that's what we're excited about. So we've got Best Agents filling up the funnel. Then we've got what we believe is Australia's premier real estate software. And we're going to be getting into this afternoon. Aaron's going to be getting right into that, and we're going to be getting a panel of Locked On subscribers who are going to share what they know. So you're going to walk away today with a lot of extra information that you can start using straight away. So I'd like to start, as far as Best Agents goes, I just want to count down the top 10 things, and then I'd like to speak to some Best Agents members. We're going to get a little panel going and discuss some of the successes that they've had and the different people have used and the different way that they're leveraging the system and using it to get results. Does that sound cool? Okay. At any point, please jump in if you've got a question. Central to the Best Agents membership is what we call the members area. So from time to time, Aaron's going to be driving that, because I got a lot of questions yesterday from people who were looking for certain things and didn't have them. In fact, Best Agents members in the room, can I just see a show of hands if you have trouble accessing stuff on the site from time to time? No? Yes? A few of you? Okay. Who's hands up if you're going into the site each week, into the members area? Yep. A few more of you? Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, that's good. That's good to see. We just want to make it as easy as we can for you. And we've got this opportunity to be with you in the room today, so we don't want you to leave until you know everything that we can possibly share with you. So from time to time, I'll be referring to the members area, and excuse me, so that you can see how we access the things that we do. Okay, so counting down, this is the 10 to 1 countdown. We looked at all of the things involved with Best Agents membership, and we wanted to count down the things that, or the low-hanging fruit basically, that we think is going to help you. Aaron, would you mind grabbing me the members manual disc if you've got it handy? I meant to bring it up. So, number 10, getting set up. The first thing that we wanted you to do when you come on board as a Best Agents member is to listen to the manual. Now, if you don't have the manual, oh, thanks mate, I've got to grab that, sorry, thank you. If you don't have a copy of this, I'd like you to let us know and we'll get you one today, okay? Is there anybody who's a member that doesn't have this CD? Okay, because it's It's specifically mailed to you. Okay. Yeah, put your hands up now, please. If you're a BA member and you don't have this CD, you can download it straight onto your smartphone from the site, but keep your hands up, please, if you don't have the CD. So what it is, it's about an hour of audio. I thought, what's the fastest way that I can get you guys to listen to this? Everybody's got a CD player in their car, right? Or everybody will listen to stuff while they're going for a walk or whatever on their smartphone. So it's just, I call it the low-hanging fruit. What's the fastest way to get traction with your membership? And a couple up here. Thanks, Frenchie. Graham Mills down there as well. What's the fastest way to get value from your membership is here. So it's also, for those of you that would like to print it off, it's there as well. It's certainly not everything involved in the membership because that would go on for many hours, but it's the things that we'd like you to concentrate on and focus on, and we want you to get set up. We want you to get value from your membership. Once this stuff is set up, it's done, okay? So, that's the first thing. Second thing is, are you getting our emails? It's just so easy for us to communicate. It's so easy for all of us to communicate with email. If you could, and I'll write this down in a break and I'll show it again later, but I'd like you to please email me if you've got any questions. If I don't get back to you straight away, I'll do it as soon as I can. Send me a message. It's ray@bestagentsHQ.com. ray@bestagentsHQ.com. You want to reach out to Aaron? It's just aaron@bestagentsHQ.com. So please let us know. You don't need to ring the 1300 number. You can if you want. The number, by the way, is 1300 55 663. 1300 55 663. So please don't be a stranger. If you've got any questions, you've got any issues, something's not working, something is working. You want to explore some other realm of the membership, we'd like to know about it. We learn from our members and we get terrific feedback. And in all honesty, quite a few of the things that we do within BA have come from members. And members right around Australia and New Zealand have been terrific at making great contributions. So if you're not getting our emails right from the start, there's something wrong, you need to let us know. We had an issue at one point, I think it was with Hookers, that their server was stopping our messages, right? Now that can happen from time to time, or there could be email changes and protocol changes. So we are in a digital world. Susanna?
How often do you send an email?
We'll be sending emails to you probably weekly. There's always things going on, especially...
I haven't received.
Okay, all right, well, I was going to say send me an email. If you're not getting my email, I will follow up with you. I've got to follow up with you anyway. I think we're going to do a Skype call. I'm on a mission to do that. So I will follow you up and we'll get together and work it out. So Aaron's making a note. Thank you. I think most of you know I live in Toronto in Canada, long story short. It's easy for me to Skype. It's easy for all of us to Skype. We can message with Skype. Who's got Skype in the room? Who uses it regularly? Okay, it's so easy to get it. Jump in and grab a free account. I'm more than happy to call you. It's not about the cost. It's just that Skype is easy. The thing I love about Skype as well, we're talking about stuff. I can share my screen. You can share your screen, right? I want to send you a file. We can do it while we're talking. So these are just some of the tips and tools that I want you to start using and embracing as a Best Agents member. I mean, even if you're not a BA member, you can be using this stuff anyway. So it's going to help you in your business. Hot Seller Tips is our consumer website, and we've got the book coming out, Hot Seller Tips, in about a month. I think they're being printed at the moment in China. They'll be coming out and we'll be showing you how you can use those. That's going to be a whole new marketing exercise, which we're really pumped about, which we'll be rolling out in the next couple of months. If you don't have a Hot Seller Tips profile, you need to grab one. If you have any problems doing that, Aaron, would you mind, let's do this now. Would you just show us on the members area how people can just go to that link? Right there, yep. If we just scroll down a little bit, this is straight when you go into your account. So I'm assuming you're all familiar with this, but if you're logging into the website, this is where all the stuff is, and you guys, as members, you're entitled to access this anytime you want. So if you click on these instructions, yep, and click on that form. So when you complete this form, it automatically comes to us and it lets us do a few things. Who's a member in the room and doesn't have their customised ebook? Can you put your hands up? Why not? Okay. You need to let us know. Are you getting our emails? Okay. Can you email me please and say, Ray, I don't have my customised ebook? Because I want to get that to you. That's what today's all about. And all you need to do it is to jump in here, and within a couple of minutes you'll be able to fill this out and we get all the information, and then we can build your profile on Hot Seller Tips. hotsellertips.com with the profiles, you can actually grab that as a customised link and use it. You can grab that link and you can send that to people, whatever. You can send it to your clients. If you're an approved Best Agents member, you can use it. Okay. Alrighty.
Can you change the profile?
Yeah. You want to update it? Just let me know. I'd love to do that for you. You want a fresh photo? You've moved agencies. You've got a new phone number. You've got a fresh email. You let us know. We'll make it happen. It's important that it's up to date, and it's important that it's customised. Aaron.
What you have to do, if you want to update, is...
Turn your mic on, mate.
Okay, so all you have to do to update is just go straight back in, click the form, and just resubmit, and it's done.
Even easier. We've tried to set this up in such a way that makes it as easy for you as we possibly can. Right? You want to just get stuff done. So, like I said, we're in the digital world. We can do stuff immediately. It's all about getting stuff done right now. Okay. Your book stickers. Ordering book stickers is super easy. All you need to do is go into the members area, Aaron, and you can find out exactly, while this is just coming up, who doesn't have customised book stickers? A few of you? Okay, all right. The whole idea with the book, as you know, there's the front flap in the front. Hey Dave, would you mind bringing me up a book, please, mate? In front there is a space there for you where you can customise it, right? People staple business cards in there. It kind of undermines the whole idea of marketing, right? Thanks, Dave. So in the front here this is intentionally designed. There's instructions there on how to do it. Okay, but that blank space there is so you can put your profile in with your logo and your photo and your contact information. So that's how that works. If you're in New Zealand, it's really easy to order it, or in Australia you can order them through Printforce. All the info there is there, and here, Ideal Print, Liz Antonio in Auckland will take care of it. Right? These people are all briefed and ready and waiting for your order. It's that easy. So that's how the stickers work. Again, any questions? I need to hear from you. Okay, your ebook. When we just spoke about that before, but when you complete that online order, we're grabbing your ebook. That's all customised. That goes to our design team in Noosa Heads, and they put it all together. All right, if they're not on the beach. Okay. About once a month, Aaron and I do a webinar. Hands up if you've participated, joined a webinar. Yep, cool. I know you can't make it all the time. If you can't make it, we record it for you. It's there and it's ready and it's waiting. Now, if you'd like to access previous, who's new to Best Agents, say in the last 3 or 4 months? Okay, quite a few of you. All right. If you guys want to access all of the good stuff that we've already done, you want to know about scripts and dialogues, our listing presentations, interviews with Ben Ridley or Troy Kincaid, stuff like that. It's all here, right? So all you need to do is jump into the video library in the members area and click live webinar recordings and go from there. So you can access as much as you want. Pretty easy, hey? Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, there's some really good material in there. And we put a fair bit of time into doing it. We like to keep them under an hour, 40 or 50 minutes. We normally run over. It's interactive, you've got questions, and we always have a bit of fun. It's just 1 hour out of your day. And a webinar is terrific because you can just log in front of your computer. A lot of people like to do it from home, so where it's private. And it's just 1 hour, you get a little bit of a header training and some ideas and some interaction with some others, and it's fun. And get stuff that you can use straight away. Okay, is anybody using the email signatures? You can access those. We've got a couple. If you'd like to access, yeah, buddy.
With that, we use a lot of elders, we use Unify and Google, and I found it really, like, we have to actually have a feature that presented online to be able to draw it in there. You can't add a picture and record it. Do you know how to solve that?
There are different formats and different ways of doing it, but our friends at YouTube have probably got it covered. If you put a search in, YouTube is the second biggest search engine after Google. So if you want to know how to do pretty well anything, you can YouTube it. So you just get specific and you'd say, are you talking Gmail? Yeah, I use that as well. I didn't find it too hard, but I remember Googling the video. And you just go so far and you pause the video and you keep going. It's a no-brainer. So that's a really useful tool. Use YouTube. So mate, what you do in that case is you would say Google, insert email signature, Gmail, right? And what you're also looking to do, good morning Andy. How are you mate? Space is up here. What you're also looking to do, I've forgotten your first name buddy. Ben, I'm sorry Ben. What you're also looking to do is to hyperlink this so your ebook can download immediately. So you're wanting to link. Everybody's ebook is a link on the internet. It's not a PDF. PDFs take too long to download. That's why we use a link, right? And most people connected to the internet, reasonable net speed, they can download it. Okay?
Ray, I've got a Gmail account and we managed to do it.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, we should be using the microphone.
We
Sorry,
answer
Karen.
a question, Ray, in the mic.
Go.
Sorry, I said I've got a Gmail account and we managed to insert the link, so it
Yeah.
can be done.
It's doable.
Can't remember
Okay.
how to do it, but we did do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it is doable, Ben. But like I said, if you've got issues, let me know. If I've got a sec, I'll find the link. I'll find the YouTube vid for you and I'll send it. Good morning, guys, and welcome. Grab a seat. Good to see you. So that's pretty straightforward. Any questions on email signatures? Your email signature as a platform is really important. If it's daggy, people will think you're daggy. And presentation's important, right? Don't miss a chance to communicate effectively with somebody and wow them with a cool graphic. It doesn't need to be big, but you can wow them with a cool looking graphic, okay? You can link it up. But it's worth, if you're not, and you know, not a lot of us don't have access to graphics and stuff, so you can find somebody who can put this together for you. You can go to a site called Fiverr, Fiverr.com, Fiverr, is it double R? Yeah, .com. It's called Fiverr because people do stuff for $5. All right, so it's cheap. You want an email signature done, there'll be somebody in Indonesia right now waiting for your email. Seriously, it's cool, right? Why not just do it? It's great. And you can, all of this stuff's out there, you can access it. Okay, number 9, getting to know your online members resource centre. We've just had a bit of a look at it, but I'll ask Aaron to bring it up again, just so we can cover off. If you wanted to find, say, let's say direct mail power. I often get a bit of inquiries for direct mail power. Pretty easy to find. It's in the audio library because it's an audio program, and associated with the audio program is the Word doc. I think it's in PDF and Word. So there's the MP3. You can access it. So it's just a matter, what I'd ask you to do, especially if you're a new member, is just take a bit of time to have a look around. Just check it out. Because there's a lot of things in here that you'll discover that we've done. And we do something and we talk about it. If we do a new Facebook banner, for example. In fact, Aaron, see if you could drag that up, because I'm sure a lot of people don't have that when you get a sec. So there's the PDF and there's the Word doc. Okay, you don't need to retype stuff out. The Word doc's already there.
Just so you know as well, guys, you can play it from the members area, or if you want to put it on your phone, just download it, put it straight into your iPhone and listen to it in your car, or it's just an MP3 file, so however you want to do it. So regarding the email signatures, well, that's, you know, when you look at, or the Facebook graphics, the header, well, that's a marketing item. So you just go straight into the marketing gallery, okay? And then you're just going to see it just down here, right? These are all just drop downs, Facebook, cover photos, right? Click it, save it, and on your desktop. Done, saved, done and dusted.
Can you open up that Facebook banner, Aaron?
Internet's pretty slow here, right?
Is it? Okay. We did a Facebook banner featuring the free book, and I know quite a few people are using it. Who hasn't seen it? A few of you? Okay. I might do an email blast out about that next week and just show you how you can access it. But that's something else that we're doing. So all I would ask you to do is to jump in. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Aaron. So it just looks like that. Okay. Now, the way Facebook works, your face is in that square there. Yep. And it's all there to use. We'll be doing more of these, but that's just an idea to help you brand you a little bit. But again, in line with what we were talking about yesterday, what's in it for your sellers is the book or information. So there's always ways that we can engage our market. So I would encourage you, urge you, cajole, bribe, bully, however I can, to get you to check out the members area, because there's a lot of stuff in there that you're going to be able to use straight away. Okay, number 8, your pre-listing kit. Now, I know some people, or maybe all of you, have a fairly set idea on pre-listing. I've tried a lot of things over the years, and I want to share with you something that I've used that I feel works very, very well. And this is a two-step process. It's the pre-listing, then it's the actual listing appointment. And I just wanted to go through this morning what I use, and maybe there's some component in it that you can use that's going to help you. Obviously, once we've got the phone call, can you come in around, we're thinking of selling, you want it to go as well as you possibly can, right? So Aaron and I and the whole team are really interested in making sure that you've got everything going for you, you've got everything in your corner, everything within your power to both get you pre-sold, so there's some kind of, before you even walk in the door, I call it being pre-sold, but a lot of people just call it good presentation. But before you even walk through the door, they kind of know a little bit about you and it's in a favourable light. We talked yesterday and we gave away the video prize. Okay, I really think it's worth getting industry media to shoot a video of you on a personal profile. Something that's humble, a little bit of a combo maybe with some testimonials from clients, because you can leverage that and you can use it anywhere. You can put it on Vimeo and YouTube. You can send it out. You can just send people. You could say, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, looking forward to seeing you on Thursday at 4 o'clock. I thought this might interest you. And just put the link in there, right, to YouTube. Up you come. Who knows? On YouTube, if people are searching you in your area, you just make it keyword rich and they can find you. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit off target, but that's an easy thing to do. So I'd encourage you to do that.
Can you recommend anyone who can do that kind of thing?
The question was, can I recommend anybody that can do it? I can. The guys are here today. It's industry media. Okay, so to talk to those guys, you go to industrymedia.com.au. Is that right? .tv.
Industrymedia.tv.
Industry, INDUSTRIE, media. We'll be emailing you their contact number anyway because they're big supporters of what we're doing. Yeah, mate?
Are they in ET or just Australia?
They are just in Australia, but they're coming. They said, Brett told me yesterday, they're planning to get over there.
So the question was, are they in Australia and New Zealand?
Thank you. Okay, so pre-listing kit. Yeah, great idea to get a video, and you can send that as well. In the pre-listing kit, can I suggest if you're a BA member, you do this. You send a copy of the book. Whenever I would send a copy of the book, I would soon know if people were selling because they'd started to read it, and there were often post-it notes in there and stuff like that, okay? If they weren't selling, it wasn't touched. It was always an indicator. If they weren't selling straight away, it wasn't touched. So it was just my indicator. And it was a great conversation starter. What do you think of the book? Did you get some ideas? Etc, etc. Where's Bob Christie? Where are you, Bob? He's right here. Bob showed me a video this morning, a testimonial that he's done. If I get a chance, I'll play it later. But Bob's interviewed some sellers in front of their sign, and he gave them a copy of the book, and they liked it. They got some ideas. The lady, I think she said she went off to IKEA, got some things, got the house looking good. Bob sold it in record time for a great price. Every win-win-win. Happy buyer, happy seller, happy Bob. So that worked pretty well. So I like the way that works. Okay, so you're going to include a book. You're going to include a letter, and your letter's pretty easy, right? I'm pretty sure this is in the members area, but if you want a copy, just email me and I'll get it to you. And the letter goes, "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, looking forward to seeing you on Thursday at 4 o'clock. I've taken the liberty of including some recent sales in your area. See you Thursday. Regards, Craig. P.S. I'm also including a complimentary copy of this best-selling book, How to Sell Your Home for More. Maybe you'll get some ideas out of it that will help you." Right? That's it. Nice and short. People do not have time, I believe, to read inch-thick company profiles. They just don't care, guys. I don't think it's effective marketing. I don't think it impresses anybody. People are impressed by images and they're impressed by testimonials. Okay, so that's the letter. Testimonials. A single page of testimonials. Here's the formula. Just 5 or 6 on a page. Dear Mel, what a great result. You and the team were awesome. I think you did better than any other agent could have done. You need stuff that really cuts through and wows people. There's no point saying, Troy was a good agent, he helped us sell. Right? There's just not any buzz about it. You've got to have something that grabs people. Now, I spoke yesterday about how to get the testimonials. Don't need to go over it again. Did everybody get that? Yeah. How to get a testimonial? Okay, jump on the phone, just make it happen. Works perfectly. But use your testimonials and get some wow factor going. If you're a Best Agents member and you want some testimonials about the book, they're already in the members area in Direct Mail Power. Okay, you can get as many as you want. There's a stack in there. There's quotes from The Age, the Sydney Morning Herald, Wealth Creator Magazine, Financial Review, stuff like that. Okay. And this is important. This is the fourth component, your recent sales. So we've got the book, we've got a letter, we've got a page of testimonials, and we've got a single page of recent sales. And just 5 or 6 sales on the sheet, 4 or 5. You know pretty well the value of the property you're about to look at, okay? You know the window, right? You've got a vague idea. It's not hard to do your homework before. So you send a couple of sales around that price. You send a couple of recent sales above that price. You send a couple of recent sales below that price. And we'll come to why you do that in a sec. You don't put the agent in there, right? You just say 21 Smith Street, sold 427 July, 4-bedroom on X metres, whatever the details were, right? So that'll come in handy. Okay, so that's your pre-listing kit. Who does a pre-listing kit, anything like that? I see some hands. Using the book? Cool. If you've already sent them the book back in time, send it again. Okay? Maybe they'll give it back to you, whatever. But Aaron maintains, and he's been doing this probably the longest, he needs to get 10 books out on average to get one listing. That's the way he figures it all works. Now, it's impossible to know because we don't know the trickle-down effect of that. The call that you get tomorrow might have been from a book that went out 18 months ago or 18 days ago. We just don't know. We can't control that. All we care about is the fact that we get the inquiry, right? That's the important thing. So that's packaged off. You can get it to them however you want. Something that's a little bit different, right? If they're calling in 4 or 5 agents, there'll be only one that sends a copy of the book and a short, sharp letter, because all you really want is your message being read. So they're going to see the book. The next thing I think that they're going to look at is the comparable sales, right? Because it affects them. They're going to see that. Chances are they're going to think that all those sales are yours. Be that as it may. So they're probably going to think that they're your sales. Okay, so let's get on to the listing presentation. This is number 7, all right? Now, I think that this format is important. I think this process is important. Can you put your hand up if you've only been in real estate for a couple of years and you're here today? Yep, okay. Okay, this is going to help you guys avoid one of the biggest issues with getting the listing, and that's price shock. We all know what price shock is. Price shock is when I go to Andy's house and I say, Andy, I think your place is worth $4 to $450. And he was thinking $5 to $550, which is often the case, right? So that's price shock. It'll be, 4.5, isn't it? So, and you know, don't let the door hit you on the butt on the way out after you've given them price shock. They want you out of there as quickly as possible. So, how do we avoid it? We avoid it by putting off actually our inspection. So we knock on the door, and the first thing that the seller is going to say is, "Hi, Andy. Do you want to have a look around?" Everybody's a bit nervous. You're here to look at the house. Have a look around, right? So, if Andy, the agent's going to say, "You know what, I'd love to have a look around, Ray, but do you mind if we have a chat first?" No, not at all. Terrific. So, we go to the kitchen, normally the engine room as we call it, or the living room. We sit down. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to set the agenda. The new salesperson or the nervous salesperson goes blah, 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 right? Are so nervous about that empty space, that silence. 2 seconds sounds like an hour, right? It's uncomfortable. More seasoned, experienced salespeople know how to use the pause. But there's something more important going on here. I want to share it with you. What we want to do is we want to present to their agenda, not our agenda, okay? Have you ever been to those listing presentations and you go out and it just doesn't feel right? Something's missing? Like you tried a few closing questions and it kind of didn't go all that well, and it ever happened to you guys? We all know it's happened to all of us, okay? So I prefer to set the agenda, and we set their agenda. We do it this way. We say, if Andy was my vendor, I'd say, Andy, I really respect your time. I know you're on a tight timeline. I'd like to give you as much information as I can today. Can you tell me what you'd like to achieve from our meeting today? And I use those words. What would you like to achieve from our meeting today? What's important to you? What would you like to achieve from our meeting today? Okay, so I've set the parameters, I've set the outcome that we're looking for. I think this part's important. Now, Andy's going to say, well, I want your opinion of value, right? Can I give my opinion of value yet? No, I can't, because I haven't had the chance to look around Andy's house. What I'm doing is I'm working at establishing rapport, because the guy that goes in and looks straight around, he'll say, well, okay, I think it's worth $4 to $4.50, and he'll say, what's your fee? And he'll write that on the back of your business card. Great, got to go, thanks. And you're out the door. You've had no chance to establish rapport. We are salespeople, right? We've got to sell. We've got to sell our service. It's hard to sell a service because it's invisible. One of the ideas with the book is that we've actually got something tangible that describes what we do that we can sell. That's where this comes in, because it's something that you can pick up and touch and look at and read. But the service of selling real estate is something that we have to summarise. No amount of corporate brochures or flyers or videos is going to do it as well as we can do it. So every second that you can spend belly to belly with your seller, telling your story, helping them with their answers is important. So Andy's going to say, what would I like to cover, Ray? I'd like to know what you think it's worth. And I write that down, right? In my nice looking leather bound listing appointment journal. When you do that with a nice pen, it shows people that you respect their opinion and their answers and their comments and their words and their thoughts. If you go, oh yeah, I can cover that, it's like you've dismissed it. It's like I would always say, if somebody says, hey, you know that I've got a complete new hot water service or a complete new heating system through here, I say, is that right? Let me make a note of that. I would do that. It's almost like a little, not a trial close, but it shows them that that's important to me. It was important enough for them to mention it to me, so I'll do it. Anyway, back on target. I'm building my agenda. So, what's your opinion, Ray? What's your commission? What do you charge? Yep, okay, I'm going to write that down as well. Yes, I'll talk to you about that. What else? Well, there's some cracked tiles in the bathroom. Do you think my wife thinks we should get them fixed? I'm not convinced. All right, we'll talk about that. There's some rubbish in the garden or whatever. What else? Keep digging, right? And it's at that point, if I don't know, I like to say, why are you selling? Great house, why are you out of here? I need to know that. We all need to know that. If you don't know why they're selling, it's not going to help you. You need to know that information. You need to be able to find that out. You mightn't get the right answer first time round, but you've got to do it. But again, you'll know when the time is right. You're establishing rapport. So I've just built the agenda that I'm going to deliver to Andy. And I start talking about bits and pieces. I can't talk about price yet, and I won't talk about, not commission, I call it fee for service. If you don't use that, write it down, fee for service. Commission implies I'm charging you something regardless. It's a commission. Yeah, agents charge commission. I don't like the word. It's what it is, but I don't like the word. I don't think it helps us. It's a fee for service. I'm providing a service. It's a good service because I'm going to help you sell for more, right? And yeah, I charge a fee for my service, like every other professional. So I use that terminology, it works. So I will go through and I will present to Andy as to what I think. A great close is grab your phone out. If anybody needs a tradesperson, and on the manual I talk about the lists. Has everybody heard about this? Andy's list, Bill's list, Mary's list, Craig's list. Type it up. Hey, Craig's list, you could have it. That list is a summary of all your professional contacts. Super important. You can even send that sometimes or always with your pre-listing kit. It's just something else you can send. It shows you're super contacted, right? So I'd haul that out and I'd say, you know, the cracked tiles, why don't we get an estimate? Yeah, sure. That's almost like a mini close. If Andy lets me get an estimate, right, if he lets me ring the tile guy right in front of him, yeah, hey Bill, I'm around at 21 Smith Street. Mate, could you pop around in the next 24 hours? I've just got a client who's thinking about, you know, needs an estimate. I've just called him a client, right? He hasn't even appointed me. Great trial close. Any trades work you need doing? Painting. Get an estimate. Hey, what about we get an estimate? If they say yes to that, chances are they're going to say yes when you put the auction authority in front of them or the sole agency agreement. I promise you, it works so well, right? I haven't inflicted price shock yet. Why? because I haven't looked around, right? So everything's going pretty good, fine. I will talk about my fee for service, right? I'll tell them what that is. I still haven't looked around yet, and I'd say, okay, Andy, can you show me around? And I take my time, I make some notes. I'm looking around. It's getting a little warm and fuzzy. It's not cold. Imagine if I was looking around, I'd come straight in the door. It's cold. They haven't even got to know me. They don't know that our kids might go to the same school or we follow the same team or whatever, or something in common. You know how we look for those common threads, try and establish some rapport? Really important. Hey, it's just selling. But if we're there and we're in the moment, why wouldn't we want to maximise our chance to get the listing? They want to see your enthusiasm. They want to see the light in your eyes when you show them stuff. I'd always ask my clients why they appointed me, and they say, oh, Ray, you were just really enthusiastic about my house. I felt that you loved it as much as we did, right? And you were really into the whole, we just liked the energy of what you were doing. It's so easy to do that when you're feeding back what they wanted. Now, left to my own devices, I'd be telling Andy, oh yeah, we're going to be marketing here, we're going to do a Facebook campaign for this, we're going to get photos. Probably a lot of stuff that he doesn't really want to know, right? He might, how about this? And this has happened to all of us as well. He might have started World War III with the neighbour over the back fence because the bloody dog barks all night, right? That's why he's leaving. He doesn't want a sign on his front fence, right? So he'll be wanting to tell me, and I'll be wanting to find out, that he wants an off-market sale, right? Again, why are you selling? I'm leading to that. I need to find that out. So we kind of need to be, you know, the old Detective Columbo, minus the dirty old Flash's jacket. We need to find out how that works. So we deliver the agenda, we present, I've presented, we're having a look around, and we make our way back to the table, kitchen table, and we sit down and we say, well, I think it's a terrific home. Tell me, what did you think of those comparable sales? Remember the comparable sales that we sent? What did you think of those sales? And I promise you they will have looked at them. I promise you. And they'll say, oh yeah, number 48 down the road, that place was just a dog. That was so small. Our place is much better than that. Okay. I'm starting to get a feel for where their thinking is, right? Now, I'm never going to promise anybody that they can get a result, but we're dealing with something that has no recommended retail price, aren't we? We can say there's a 10% window, could be worth $4.10, could be worth $4.40. I don't know. It comes back to the skill of the agent, how well it's marketed, right? How well they cooperate with us. The skill of the agent to negotiate, if it's an auction, the skill of your auctioneer, your presentation, all of these factors. That's going to influence the price. So, I'd be saying to Andy, what did you think? And then we start to talk about price. Can you see how that gets us away from avoiding price shock? Anybody experienced in the room will already know how that works. Hey, a lot of you guys fully experienced, and you've been doing this a long time, you can walk in, sit down and tell it how it is. I'm just putting these ideas out there for something that can help you increase your chances. So, use it at your leisure. Number 6, defining and customising your direct mail letters and lining up your testimonials. Now, you've all got the opportunity to access direct mail power in the members area. If you are doing a specific letter and you'd like my input, I like writing letters that make people pick up the phone with a strong, what we call CTA, or call to action. If you're doing something and you'd like my input, please let me know. Send me an email and say, hey Ray, looking at doing this, want to hit my area with this, have you got something I can use? So I'm doing those letters all the time for people. I'll do it and I'll share it with everybody else. Okay? Won't be sharing it with your competitors because you've all got exclusivity. So when you're looking at setting up your campaign, have a look at the letters within the area that are working. One of the best letters that we've got and I know quite a few of you. Who's used the Elvis letter in the room? VIP? It's called the VIP letter. Yeah. You guys get some results from that? Yep. Okay. When you're new to Best Agents and you've got a list of established contacts, use the Elvis letter. We call it the Elvis letter, the king of letters. It's over time, it's been the best direct mail letter that we've done. And it simply says, hey, just wanted to let you know we've got a copy of this best-selling book. You've got something to talk to people about. It's a great way to reconnect with former sellers and former buyers. That'll make a huge difference, right? You want to connect with those people. So many people in real estate spend so much time going out and spending money trying to find new clients, looking under rocks for listings and ignoring the people that already know them and love them. My wife Christine and I bought a house about a year ago. I've not heard from the guy. I've told a few of you this story. I've not heard from him. Even a follow-up phone call to say, how are you going? I wouldn't sell through the guy. He was terrific, but personally, I wouldn't sell through him. I haven't heard from him. Why would he ignore me? Give him $500,000 to not get a call? So, I think that's a pretty common attitude. I'd suggest to you guys that you reach out and reconnect with your former buyers and sellers. And, you know, like Aaron doing the numbers that he does, quite a few of the other high performers in the room, they are regimental on doing their 20 and 30 calls every morning. It's normally in the morning, and they're connecting with people. Your phone is the magic weapon here, right? I was talking to, where's Damon? It's on the way in. I was talking to Damon before. He said, I'm a phone guy, right? We're talking about mailing and direct mail and stuff like that. You should all be phone guys or girls, right? It's the best thing that we've ever had. It's better than the internet. It's better than anything else we're talking. Get on the phone and connect with people. And the faster you get to being able to make those 20 or 30 calls each day to your warm contacts, the faster you'll reach your targets. Super important. If you're new to Best Agents and you're new to real estate, your mission is to get your first 100 contacts, then your first 200, then your first 500. I go to offices and speak to people from time to time, and I say, how many contacts have you got? And I spoke to one guy who's struggling, and he'd been in real estate 5 years, and he said, I've got 25. I said, okay, you struggle to get contacts? He said, yeah. He said, I do, Ray. And I said, well, how many buyer appointments have you done in the last month? He said, oh, I've got stacks of buyers. Oh, well, they're contacts too. Why aren't you talking to those people? Right, so if you're new, make sure you're bringing everybody in, make them a prisoner, put them into locked on, start communicating with them. Okay, as far as your letters go within direct mail power, and this is still part of number 6, I think you need to decide what you're going to use. Now, before you blast off and do 5,000 of this or 4,000 of that, test something. Susie, D, where are you? I was talking to Susie yesterday. She did a campaign in her area, didn't get a call. Spent thousands of things went out, didn't get a call. Now, it was a proven letter, then in other areas had a really good connect rate. We don't know why. It's just, I'm not here to paint blue sky. You've probably all done campaigns using the book. Sometimes it's more effective than others. It's just a reality, right? I can't make promises. Nobody can. At any one given point, only 3 or 4%. Can we line up some chairs for these guys? Or can you hold up your hand if you've got a spare seat on the table, please? Do you guys all want to sit together?
Ray, 6 chairs are already inbound, mate.
Yep. All right. You're an ideas man. You're all over it. So you need to decide what letters you're going to use and test. If you're going to do a direct mail letter, just test it. Just do 50 or 100 if you're spending $1 a shot. If you're doing a flyer area, try that. I'll talk a little bit about the 6x6 coming up. Aaron spoke about it yesterday. Planning your marketing campaigns and defining your budget. Now, I know that many of you in the room, Aaron included, and I'm interested in his input or some open discussion on this. Some people do it monthly, some people do it quarterly. Some people do it 6 monthly. Aaron has a 24-point contact plan, so he's always got things going on. If you're a Best Agents member, you've got access to that. You can check it out. So all I'm saying is make a decision. I think it was it Garth who said, and I love this, I wrote this down. He said, each night I spend 15 or 20 minutes privately deciding what I'm going to do tomorrow. So tomorrow is not an experiment. I know what I'm going to be doing. And I really like that. Did everybody pick up on that? I thought that was super powerful. Are we going to happen to our day, or is our day going to happen to us? So this is where planning comes into play. I really like that. With your marketing, you need to know what's happening in advance, because it needs to be automated as best as it possibly can. All right, running out of time, but I'll keep going. Number 4, social media decision. Who gets results from Facebook here in the room? Who's engaging their market? Greg, I bet you are. Okay. I think, I'm not saying that you have to do it. All I'm saying is that you need to make a decision. We're going to be doing more on this during the year. I spoke yesterday about the importance of engaging your market. All right? I think you need to make a decision as to whether you're going to do it or not. If you don't want to do it, and you don't need to do it, that's totally cool. That's up to you. Yes. Can we just grab a microphone? Here's one. I got it.
Thanks, Ray. I just wanted to know how you get onto that corporate sort of Facebook. The reason I say that is because we work as co-agents for an agency in west of Brisbane, and we're told to get on Facebook. And of course, when you're on Facebook, you hear about the birth of the puppies and what Granny's doing, and you know what Mary did last night. And we just said, this is not for us. You just got to walk away from all that crap. So
keep going.
I saw.
Yep.
When you showed that corporate one, what value it could have. And I thought, hold on, this is what we need to be doing, not in the trenches with whatever they are.
Okay.
We need to be getting our message out there in a professional way,
Yep.
in a respectful way,
Yep.
but using that facility, because that's what it is,
Yep.
to do it.
Okay. You can have a business page, or you can have a personal page. What I think you're talking about needing is a business page. And we'll be doing some things during the year. Greg, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Given your expertise in social media? Greg Vincent, everybody. Sorry to grab you straight out of the blue.
Yeah. Just a bit of intro on Greg, by the way. He's probably the authority on social media in Australia and New Zealand real estate. I don't think I know anybody that's put more effort, research and time into this subject matter. So he's a locked-on user, but also a wizard at leveraging social media. No pressure.
No, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, I'm an old fart that sort of learnt the new way of doing things. When you're saying about all these puppies and bits and pieces that are happening on Facebook and all those things, what you got to just remember is that there are 1 billion people on Facebook, and it's now a channel where something like over 50% of Facebook users actually go on their site at least once a day. Can I just see a show of hands? Who's currently a Facebook user in the room? Who's not on Facebook? So, can you see, years ago, it just didn't exist. And it's now takes so much of our eyeballs, it's occupies a lot of time. Yes, you can waste a lot of time on Facebook, but that's not how you should be utilising it from a real estate space. What you can do is you can have a personal profile, and you can also have a business page. One of the things I would suggest, with your personal profile, some agents go out there and they'll actually say, Greg Vincent, one agency, or they'll actually call themselves something, Greg Vincent property or that type of tagline, when you go into a party, you don't introduce yourself and say, "Hi, I'm Greg Vincent property," do you? All right? It's a social space. And this is where you get an opportunity to connect with people and they get to trust you. The big thing as real estate agents is that we are distrusted out there in the marketplace, and these platforms allow you to actually build trust. And it's where a lot of people go online now. They'll Google your name and they'll decide whether or not you're in or you're out. So it's a bit like, anyone ever heard of the thought around a listing presentation is like a job interview? Has anyone ever heard that before? Yeah. So if you're going for a job interview nowadays, most people will actually Google the person's name. So your online digital footprint is your resume. So it's really important that what they see on your personal profiles is some good, valuable information, and that you're providing good stuff. You're not just uploading listing after listing after listing after listing. It's not a real estate portal. So just be mindful of that. The other thing I would look at doing is I'd set up your own personal Facebook fan page. So whether it be, I've got facebook.com/Greg Vincent, which is my Facebook profile, and then my fan page is facebook.com/like Greg Vincent. And you can go over there and you can actually like the page. Now the difference between these two things, I'll just give you why I have a personal Facebook page and why I have a personal profile. A potential client who's thinking about appointing you on Facebook, if they want to connect with you on Facebook, on your personal profile, they have to click a scary button, and it's called Add as a Friend or Send a Friend Request. Now they don't trust you, so you're in a situation where they don't actually want to click that button. They don't want to become your friend and then you get connected to their friends. But on your Facebook fan page, all they have to do is click a like button. So they'll like you before they'll actually become friends with you. Does that make sense? So that's how I'd set it up, and I'd also have a company Facebook fan page. If you need help with setting up a Facebook fan page, then let us know.
Would it be fair to say as well, as you said in regards to trust level, right? It humanises you. It shows you're not just a real estate agent. I know this is what I personally do as part of my follow-up process, is if I go out to a presentation that I really want, and it could go either way or it's up in the air, I will actually go and find that person on Facebook straight after that listing appointment, and I will send them a friend request. So I'm sending them a thank you letter. I'm dropping over the book. I'm texting them. I'm on Facebook with them. I'm everywhere, right? It's like, this guy won't go away. But how do you not give me the business after you just accepted my friend request, right? It's just a handy thing to do. I stay connected. I was looking on my phone this morning, and one of my past sellers liked one of my photos from last night from dinner. So I just make it a habit. If I want to do business with you, I will find you on Facebook and I will add you as a friend, and I want to learn more about you, and also hopefully that humanises me from their point of view. They can see my photos with my dogs, my family, the things that I'm into, whatever it is, and they go, all right, well, he isn't just our real estate agent in a suit, this guy's actually a person outside as well. I think we've got to include a little bit of that stuff.
The other thing, and just in finishing up, a couple of things that you can also do is you can actually go on and you can search for people on Facebook. So when you actually go into the listing presentation, you've got an opportunity to say, oh, I was on Facebook, I noticed that you know so-and-so. So you've got this opportunity to use that serendipity and that
Great
relationship and connection between people. The other thing that, when you look at email communication, if you could just imagine, if you got a message in your inbox from me once a week via email, you're probably okay with that. But if I sent you an email once a day, you're probably at the point where it's got to be really high level, high value content before you'll actually decide, oh, I've had enough of this, and you'll unsubscribe. Whereas on Facebook, I can actually do 3 or 4 updates a day, and people can get my information constantly. And they're sort of in and out. One of the great things about email is email's there all the time, whereas on Facebook, if you're not putting regular updates up there, it normally drops off the radar. So it's important to put a couple of updates in per day. That's normally how I'd see it.
Thank you, Greg.
Okay.
Question here, Frenchie, thank you.
I've recently had a couple listing appointments where right afterwards the potential client has added me on LinkedIn. So that seems to be a big thing around here as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I use Facebook religiously.
I find that when I'm doing a search, LinkedIn's coming up pretty much to the top. If I search Greg Vincent, I'm Greg's. If I search your profile or if I search for you, I'm getting. So I would suggest. Can I put you on the spot?
Sure.
Can we do a webinar in the next few weeks, and can I interview you? And can we set this up? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, absolutely.
Awesome. Best Agents members, Andy. So one sec. Lock that in. If you're a Best Agents member, we'll be doing a social media update. We'll talk about LinkedIn. We'll get Greg's step-by-step approach on how we can be setting up our Facebook business pages and get some results.